When you think of Taurus, what comes to mind? Grounded, steadfast, maybe even a little bit stubborn, a pillar of calm in a chaotic world. And you'd be right. But what if I told you that very calmness hides their most shocking and unforgettable trait? Imagine this scenario. A Taurus discovers they've been betrayed deeply. The kind of betrayal that shatters trust. You brace for an explosion, right? The legendary bull seeing red. But that's not what happens. Instead, you are met with an unnerving, almost glacial calm, an impassive silence that is far more terrifying than any rage. They don't scream. They don't confront. They simply retreat into themselves. They watch, they observe, and they wait for you to make the next move, for the confession they know is coming. Make no mistake, this isn't weakness. It's a calculated psychological assessment, the prelude to a final judgment from which there is absolutely no return. My name is Anya Sage, and as a psychological astrologer, I'm here to show you what's really going on behind that placid exterior. Today, we decode the silent storm of the Taurus. So what does this silence, this glacial calm, truly mean? Is it indifference, a sign they just don't care? Or does that calm exterior hide a psychological process far more methodical, far more final than any screaming match? Here's the truth. To understand this reaction, you can't just read a list of traits. We have to dismantle the very foundation of the Taurean psyche. We need to go beyond the superficial horoscope clichés and see the architectural blueprint underneath. And that entire blueprint, every reaction, every decision, is built upon one non-negotiable cornerstone. It all starts with their profound, unyielding need for one single thing: security. And that entire blueprint, every reaction, every decision, is built upon one non-negotiable cornerstone. It all starts with their profound, unyielding need for one single thing: security. So, how does a Taurus build a world that guarantees this security? How do they construct a life so fortified that it can withstand the chaos of the outside world? They do it with the precision of an architect, laying down a foundation built on 3 unshakable pillars. Understanding these pillars is the key to understanding them completely. The first pillar is the sanctity of home. Make no mistake, for a Taurus, their home is not just a collection of walls and furniture. It is their sanctuary. It's a psychological charging station, a data processing center for the soul. The outside world is loud, chaotic, and demanding. It bombards them with information and drains their emotional energy. Their home is where they filter that noise. It's where they retreat to analyze the day's events, to feel their own feelings without external pressure, and to reset their internal equilibrium. Think about the feeling of a Taurus's home. It's not about being extravagant. It's about being intentional. The texture of a favorite blanket, the specific scent of a candle, the reassuring weight of a solid wooden table. These are not decorations. They are anchors. They are sensory tools used to ground themselves back into a state of peace. This is why one of the most critical mistakes you can make with a Taurus is to invade this space uninvited, or even worse, bring chaos into it. You aren't just dropping by, you are breaching the walls of their most sacred fortress. It's where they are most vulnerable and where they must feel absolutely, unequivocally safe. The second pillar is the art of slow living. In our hyper-fast, more is more culture, Taurus's deliberate pace is often misunderstood as laziness. This is a fundamental error in judgment. A Taurus, and especially a Taurus woman, operates like a master chef, not a fast food cook. They understand that quality takes time. They would rather have one perfectly brewed cup of coffee in a quiet corner than 10 rushed mediocre coffees at a loud networking event. They are not antisocial. They are anti-superficial. They apply this philosophy to everything: food, possessions, art, and experiences. They are masters of savoring life. With a Taurus by your side, you learn that the goal isn't to race through a checklist of experiences, but to fully immerse yourself in the moments that matter. They are investing their most precious resource, their time, into things that provide a high return on meaning and genuine pleasure. This isn't slowness. This is a radical act of self-respect in a world that tells us to hurry up. It's a quiet rebellion, and that brings me to a question for you. We've talked about the Taurean love for life's simple joys. If you're a Taurus, what's one simple pleasure you absolutely cannot live without? Or, if you have a Taurus in your life, what have you noticed they truly savor? Share your stories in the comments below. I'd love to see the patterns. The third and final pillar is the inner circle. If a Taurus home is a fortress, their heart is the inner sanctum, and access is the highest privilege. They are profoundly selective about who they let in. Casual friendships are one thing, but true intimacy, the kind where they share their fears, their dreams, their soul, is reserved for a tiny elite group. Getting into this group is not easy. It's a vetting process. They are observing you, not with suspicion, but with diligence. Are you consistent? Is your word your bond? Do you show loyalty when it's inconvenient? They are testing for reliability. They are building a case file on your character. And only when the evidence of your trustworthiness is overwhelming will they grant you access. This isn't because they are cold. It's because they are protecting their core. They know that a breach in trust is the one wound from which they may never fully recover. So, they build a firewall. It might seem distant at first, but that wall is what allows the connections inside to be so incredibly deep, loyal, and unshakable. They don't give their trust away lightly, because to them, it is the most valuable currency they possess. Sanctuary, savoring, and selectivity. These three pillars form the strategic foundation of the Taurean world. It's a fortress built not out of fear, but out of a deep wisdom about what they need to thrive. Everything is designed to create stability, predictability, and authentic connection. But this raises a crucial question. What happens when this perfectly stable world is challenged? What happens when reality refuses to conform to their carefully laid plans? That is where we find the true meaning of their most famous and most misunderstood trait, stubbornness. Stubbornness. It's not a flattering word, is it? It conjures images of someone difficult, inflexible, blocking progress for no good reason. But for Taurus, this is the most profound misunderstanding of their entire psychological operating system. So let's pose a debate. What if what we call stubbornness is just the ugly, simplistic name we give to unbreakable determination? See, a Taurus doesn't resist change. They resist being forced off their own carefully considered path. Remember their world built on sanctuary, savoring, and selectivity? That wasn't an accident. It was a plan. Their stubbornness is simply the unwavering execution of that plan. It is a deep, internal commitment to their values, their goals, and the vision they have for their life. They are not being difficult. They are being consistent. And here is the secret. This very same trait is the engine of their legendary loyalty. A person who refuses to give up on a goal, who will see a project through to the bitter end, no matter the obstacle, applies that exact same logic to the people they love. They don't give up on you. Their affection is as determined as their ambition. But every superpower has a fatal weakness. This is the critical turning point in the Taurean story. What happens when this unbreakable determination meets an unforgivable betrayal? When unwavering loyalty collides with an immovable reality of deceit, something has to shatter. And what shatters isn't the room. It's not plates thrown against a wall. What shatters is something far more profound: trust. This is the moment we began with. The calm, impassive face looking back at a confession or a discovery of deep betrayal. On the outside, a nod, a quiet "I see." Maybe even a completely neutral change of subject. But on the inside, the film starts. A high-definition, slow-motion replay of the event. The promise that was made. The action that broke it. The lie that covered it. Play, rewind, play again. The mind, their most powerful tool, immediately goes into diagnostic mode. This is the retreat. They don't run from the conflict. They retreat into it. They go inward to the only place where they can control the variables. The only war room where they can analyze the data without external noise. They are not giving you the silent treatment as a punishment. They are on a mission. The mission is to find the why, to understand the logical breakdown, to find the flaw in the system that allowed this catastrophic failure to occur. This is where the infamous Taurean need for resolution becomes a torture device. It creates what psychologists might call a mental loop, but for a Taurus, it's a cold, procedural nightmare. They will replay the moment of betrayal, the words, the expressions, over and over and over. Not to wallow in sadness, but to find a solution. Their brain is a machine built to solve problems. And this is the ultimate problem. They will analyze every conversation, every interaction leading up to it, searching for the red flag they missed, the data point they misinterpreted. But here's the tragedy. Betrayal has no logical solution. You cannot fix a broken promise. You cannot debug a shattered reality. And so, the machine gets stuck. The loop continues. It's not the anger that consumes them. It's the cognitive dissonance, the unbearable conflict between the world they meticulously built on the foundation of trust and the new, broken reality presented to them. They can't sleep, they can't focus, because in their mind, an critical error message is flashing on screen, and they cannot, will not, rest until it is resolved. This is how the grudge is formed. It's not petty. It is not about holding on to anger for the sake of it. The grudge is a scar. It's the permanent record of the system failure. It's a psychological firewall installed to ensure this virus never infects their system again. Forgiving, for a Taurus, feels like willingly deleting the security patch that protects them from a known, devastating threat. It's illogical. It's unsafe. Their memory, which so beautifully holds on to cherished moments, now serves as a high-security archive of the crime. And that archive is never deleted. And after the analysis, after the sleepless nights spent in that mental loop, comes the verdict. This is the point of no return. It rarely comes with a scream. It comes with a quiet, final click. It is the sound of a door being softly closed, locked, bolted, and then bricked over. The relationship isn't over because of a fight. It's over because the core foundation has been proven to be fraudulent. The investment has been declared a total loss. Continuing the relationship would be, in their mind, willingly building a house on a sinkhole. It's a risk their entire being is designed to reject. That silence you witnessed in the beginning, it wasn't emptiness. It was the sound of a judge meticulously reviewing all evidence before delivering a life sentence. And this unwavering moral compass cuts both ways. In the rare event a Taurus is the one who is unfaithful, they become their own worst judge, jury, and executioner. The same mental loop of analysis turns inward. They are consumed by a profound, heavy guilt that doesn't easily fade. The conflict between their actions and their deep-seated values creates an inner turmoil that is, in many ways, a prison of their own making. They betrayed their own code, the most sacred text in their world. And for that, there is no easy pardon. So the door is closed. The connection is severed. The verdict is final. The question that remains is, what is left standing on the other side? What survives this internal demolition? The answer? Something you can't destroy. Something forged, not broken. This is why it is so incredibly rare to see a Taurus truly broken or consumed by despair. It's not that they don't feel pain. They feel it profoundly. But their core psychology contains a failsafe, a principle of transformation, best captured in this one idea. Their resilience is like gold. Fire cannot destroy it. Think about what that truly means. Fire, the ultimate agent of destruction, becomes a tool of creation for them. Immense pressure, profound loss, the very emotional infernos that would reduce others to ash. For a Taurus, it's a refinery. It burns away the superficial, the uncertain, the trivial. And what's left behind isn't scar tissue. It's a pure, more concentrated version of their own strength. They don't just bounce back. They emerge more valuable, more potent, more themselves than they were before. And here is the beautiful paradox, the secret only those within their inner circle truly understand. This indestructible core isn't a fortress built to keep the world out. It's the very foundation that allows them to be the most generous, big-hearted, and protective people you will ever meet. Because they are so fundamentally stable within, they have an infinite capacity to be a pillar for others. They can absorb the chaos of the world because they have already survived the fire within. Getting to know them reveals this truth. Their strength isn't just for them. It is their gift to those they love, a promise of stability and protection, as real and as lasting as gold itself. And that, right there, is the fundamental truth of the Taurus spirit. It is a sign of profound, beautiful contradictions. Visibly calm, yet a universe of fierce loyalty and unshakable values operates just beneath the surface. If you remember only one thing from our journey together today, let it be this. Every single behavior, from their infamous stubbornness to their quiet possessiveness, traces directly back to one non-negotiable core psychological need: absolute security. This is precisely why they hold on to their relationships and their material stability with the exact same ferocious grip. For a Taurus, losing either one, whether through the sting of betrayal or the terror of financial chaos, isn't just a simple setback. It's a seismic event that threatens their very foundation, triggering an anxiety they physiologically cannot tolerate. So yes, they are the anchor in any storm. They are the masters of slow, meaningful living, but never, ever make the mistake of confusing their tranquility for weakness. Because as we've learned, there is a wild, untamed force inside them. And you must now remember the one true rule when dealing with this sign. What's calm is best left undisturbed, because you only get to see that wild side once. If this deep dive helped you finally decode the Taurus in your life, prove it by hitting that like button and subscribe for more insights like this every single week. And a final critical note, content this direct and honest often gets flagged or hidden by the algorithm. To guarantee you don't miss what we uncover next, hit that notification bell right now. It's genuinely the only way to stay connected.